found interstellar comet has gas molecules. Astronomers have detected this, of course, coming from another star system. The interstellar object found by an amateur astronomer, Gennady Borisov from Crimea, thank goodness he was out there detecting or sky watching, and this is the man who found this. He was not found by a space agency, it was found by an amateur astronomer. It's the second interstellar comet coming at us in 2 years. And from what astronomers have told us, there will be more of these things coming in at us. They're warning us of this is a serious event. There will be more interstellar comets inbound for Earth, and we have to get ready for them. They claim that there is an interstellar thing. There's a solar system that's perhaps new, and it's not coagulated enough, and it's spitting out pieces of rock, celestial bodies, and they're coming out, being flung at us, at our solar system. And this is the second one coming in, and this is the one that's between Mars and Earth. If you have an amateur simple telescope, just aim it towards Mars, and you will now be able to see it. It'll be there, you'll be able to see it up to what, October, December, whatever. Now, this opens up a new frontier for science as astronomers detect gas molecules in this comet from another star. This is on phys.org, today, September 27th. It's by Queen's University of Belfast, Ireland. The international team of astronomers, including Queen's University Belfast researchers, made a historic discovery. They detected gas molecules in this comet, this interstellar object, which has tumbled into our solar system from another star. Another solar system, that is. Another star system. And of course, the stars don't come alone. They have their planets and their asteroids and their comets with them, everything just like ours has. So does that one. Now, it's very close to us, it appears. And let's not be too shocked about that, because a couple of years back, there was a lady from NASA, and I guess they had a lady announcing it so that we would feel sorry for her, because if it was a man, we'd be thinking all types of things, fuming under our collars, that we have a brown dwarf star at the edge of our solar system. That's bad news. And we've been told. Now, does this thing also have planets with it, spitting out these things at us? It could very well be. We were not given a map. We were not given an image. We were just told verbally, what she announced. Now, this is, they say, the first time that astronauts with this interstellar object have been able to detect this type of material in an interstellar object, because the other one that came at us in 2017 left so quickly they couldn't really do much. But this one will be around us for what? Anywhere between 3 months to a year they'll be able to study it. So it's the first time they saw this type of material. The discovery marks an important step forward for science, as it will now allow scientists to begin deciphering exactly what these objects are made of and how our home solar system compares with others in our galaxy. Who cares? What I care about is why these things are being flung at us. I mean, here we are sitting nicely and properly. We have our little planets going around as if on a plate, like a little record player. They're all on the same plane, horizontal plane, and we have these things coming at us from every which way. And they could be, this one is coming between Mars and Earth, God forbid. God forbid. It's not between Jupiter and Saturn. It's between Mars and Earth. It's between us. It's near us. And it's, to me, it's like, you're playing billiards. You've got, your cue ball, and you're pushing it towards these balls, and they go every which way. Oh, God forbid if one of these things, these comets, which are huge by the way, hits one of our planets or a moon of our planets and wreaks havoc in our solar system, changes the planetary orbits of the objects in our solar system. This is tremendously chaotic fantasy that I have, but I don't really care about how our solar system compares with others. I would assume they're all the same, rocky bodies and or gaseous bodies, and you can't have these things flying at you. They're very dangerous. So they say, for the first time we were able to accurately measure what an interstellar visitor is made of, compare it with our solar system, said Professor Alan Fitzsimmons of the Astrophysics Research Centre, Queen's University of Belfast. Comet Borisov was discovered by Crimean amateur astronomer Gennady Borisov in August. I think it was the 2nd of August. And he, of course, informed the space agency they confirmed it. Observations over the following 12 days showed that it was not orbiting the Sun, but it was just passing through our solar system on its own path around our galaxy. I think this should mean our solar system. By September 24th, it had been renamed 21 Borisov, the second interstellar object ever discovered by astronomers. And he was lucky he was watching it, and he was watching the Sun. He's an amateur astronomer. A lot of amateur astronomers have been watching the Sun, a lot of photographers as well, and they claim that they see various bodies around the Sun that shouldn't be there. In other words, they claim that it could be Planet X, Nibiru, Nemesis, Wormwood, whatever you want to call it. And he's one of the people that had his telescope pointed towards the Sun, and that's how he found it, around the Sun. The space agencies cannot possibly pick these things up because their telescopes can't go down that low. That's their explanation. So how can they be expected to pick up 90% of asteroids over 300, 400 feet diameter if they don't go there to get their telescopes going that low? That's just not possible. So, the amateur astronomer Borisov, unlike the first such object discovered 2 years ago in 2017, the 1L Oumuamua of Borisov is 2L Borisov. Okay. 1L Oumuamua is it 1I or for interstellar? I have no idea. Anyway, this object appeared as a faint comet with a surrounding atmosphere of dust particles and a short tail. Alan Fitzsimmons and colleagues from Europe, the United States, and Chile used the William Herschel telescope on La Palma in the Canary Islands to detect the gas in the comet, but doing so was tricky. He said, our first attempt was Friday, 13th September, but we were unlucky and we were thwarted by the brightness of the sky so close to the Sun. But the next attempt was successful. Astronomers at the observatory pointed the giant telescope at the comet low down in the morning sky. Okay, that's what we're saying. They pointed it low down in the morning sky. Between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. last Friday, passing the faint comet light into a spectrograph. This enabled the astronomers to measure how much light the comet was emitting as a function of wavelength or color. Professor Fitzsimmons explained, a spectrum allows us to detect individual types of gas by their spectral fingerprints. We received the data at midday and by 5 p.m. that evening we knew that we had successfully detected gas for the first time. The gas detected was cyanogen. It's made up of carbon atom and a nitrogen atom bonded together. It is a toxic gas if inhaled, but it is relatively common in comets. Combining these spectra with filtered images of the comet obtained with the TRAPPIST North telescope in Morocco, the team also measured the amount of dust being ejected by the comet and place limits on the size of the central nucleus. Dr. Emmanuel Jahin is monitoring the comet using the TRAPPIST North Telescope in Morocco and provided data crucial for measuring the amount of comet dust emitted by 2I, I guess I for interstellar. We're talking about Borisov. He said, we're used to seeing comet images, but this one is so special. Looking at it nearly every morning for 2 weeks now, I'm fascinated by the fact that this object is not like many others I have been observing, but is truly coming from another star, probably very far away. Professor Karen Meach from the University of Hawaii had previously imaged the comet and used the new data to calculate the possible size of the comet. And she reported, our preliminary analysis using the amount of gas seen coming off the nucleus suggests that it is likely that much of the surface is active, in contrast to typical short-period comets. The team concluded that the most remarkable thing about the comet is that it appears ordinary in terms of the gas and dust it is emitting. It looks like it was born 4.6 billion years ago with the other comets in our solar system, yet it has come from an as yet unidentified star system. They can't even see the star that it came from. Now, as the comet approaches our sun, it will become brighter and more visible to astronomers. Dr. Oliver Hainaut from the European Southern Observatory said, the next year is going to be extremely exciting as we will be able to follow 2Is, they're talking about interstellar Borisov, the new interstellar comet, evolution as it zooms through our solar system. In comparison, we had only a few weeks to study Oumuamua before it became too faint. The European Space Agency approved a space mission earlier this year that may visit a future interstellar visitor. Dr. Colin Snodgrass in the team is also Deputy Principal Investigator on ESA Comet Interceptor, due to be launched in 2028. The research has been submitted to the Astrophysical Journal Letters for a scientific peer review and is available at the link here, arxiv.org ABS. And this is from Queen's University, Belfast. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.